And on the line with us at this very moment is K.Vijchu Jantathap, the Executive Vice President of the SCB Asset Management. Good morning, K.Vijchu.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
How are you doing this morning?
Very good, very good.
K.Vijchu, about the election
Yeah.
and the campaigning and the political parties selling of their policies and so forth, how are they going to affect the economy?
Directly, it should not have any effect at all because the election is a normal process of the democracy system.
Okay,
And
very
we
interesting.
also expect the election for this year quite a while. And the period from the dissolve the parliament and the new election is quite short, and we still have the provisional government to run the operation. So everything should run smooth as usual. There is no major effect to the economy at all.
Right.
But we cannot deny that the big decision will not happen for the during period of the provisional government. For our economy is quite large and strong enough to move on during the election period and also during the period of new government formation. For the indirect way, political activity will help some sector actively, such as the media. And moreover, the new campaign that you see from each party will help in terms of sentiment only to the related sector.
And what will be your post-election economic scenarios?
Overall, in my personal view, no matter the Democrat and coalition party return to run the government, or based on some poll that mention that Pheu Thai will be the majority and packed with the medium-sized party to run the government, I still believe that in both ways they have the same concept of the policy, which is a pro-growth policy. But this time, if the inflation is quite high, as we've seen from the data from the Bank of Thailand a couple of weeks ago, it's not that easy to use the pro-growth policy because it might jack up the inflation to the critical level. And I do expect 4 major actions from the new government. The first one is new policy or clear policy about the energy using, especially for how the government will handle the diesel price and also the oil fund. And also the concept about the cap price of LPG, because you know that we lift up the cap price for industrial uses already, but we still cap the price for the transportation sector for the using of the LPG. And the second one is tax reform. Since we have spent, the government, the current government, spent quite a lot during the past 2 years. There's many policy that off balance sheet seem like a short-term policy, but it's blow over and continue like a permanent policy, such as many subsidized policy. Then I guess there will be the major decision about tax policy, such as VAT, something like that. And the third one is the major infrastructure, and as we know that many parties mention about the high-speed train and the new subway line. And the fourth one, the policy about telecommunication, especially for the 3G concession.
Okay, so what about the stock market, the baht and other assets? How are they affected by the election?
Actually, it depends on the result of the election and the process of forming the new government. If it's smooth, the impact on the Thai baht is irrelevant. No impact at all. And the stock market will react in positive way because, as I mentioned, that there is 4 major action that I expect from the new government, no matter from what side. The sector that benefit will be the sector that relate to the major policy that I mentioned. But if the formation of the new government is lost and take more time than normal process from uncertainty, such as red card from the election commissioner, this will bring up the negative sentiment to the market. But normally for the Thai market, I see the risk from the political issue is opportunity to buy rather than to avoid from the market. For the other assets, I don't see the major impact. At least for gold, will be the good for the situation of uncertainty. But as I mentioned, that the political issue is quite short-term factor for the Thailand.
Okay, thank you for sharing with us this morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was K.Vijchu from the SCB Asset Management.
And coming up after the break, we have a special report on the RCN University Network Educational Forum and Young Speaker Contest 2011.